Angie Martinez in Real Life podcast.
Ciara in real life, everybody! CC's here! Hey. She's gonna try to make me do a dance on the chair and I'm gonna kill myself.
Angie, I will be here to help you, okay?
You're gonna leave me. They just said you have to leave in 15 minutes and I'll be here with hurt back on the chair.
Oh my gosh. That cannot happen.
Hi, baby.
Hi.
You look
how
amazing.
Are you? Oh, thank you so much. You do too. This is such a beautiful room.
It's a good room, right?
Yeah, this is how we do BET Angie Martinez style.
I mean, it's just a little vibe. We're just
Little
trying to have a
vibe.
little vibe
Yeah.
in here. What's up? I got to do this fast because I
Okay.
feel like we need a proper check-in at some point soon.
We have to do that.
Also, you're in New York City now.
Yeah. What up? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing. You know what I mean?
You're
I just got that down the other
Okay,
day.
good. See?
I got the lingo. I'm ready.
So at some point,
Yes,
we
I'm
have
coming
to have
through.
a proper connection in New York City. With
Yes,
New York. What does
we
that
should.
feel like, by the way?
Oh
for
my
you to be
gosh,
in
New
New York?
York's amazing. You know, my dad's from New York. When I was younger, he'd be like, I'm from Harlem Street, 125th Street. He'd say Harlem, 125th Street, would say it that way. But, I was always proud that I had someone in my family from New
You
York.
have
My
some
mom
roots
was from
there.
Atlanta, from the South. My dad's from New York. So I always loved that. And I got to travel back and forth to the city when I was little. And it brought on some really special memories. But to live there now with my babies, it's really special. The city is incredible. There's so much culture. The food. I'm always like, what we eating? And New
You know what
York,
we eating,
you ain't
girl?
ever questioning what you eat. And you got
that's
so
food.
many options.
That's good food.
And the kids are excited. I remember Sienna, this was really cute. We were preparing for our first trip right after Russ signed with the Giants. And we had to get all the outfits out. And Cece had her little cute, shiny, pink dress that she wore actually for a daddy-daughter dance at her school.
Oh, my
And
God. I saw that. It was so
sweet.
cute.
And the outfit's a bit dramatic for everyday walking. But I said, Cece, Mama, we're not taking out this outfit. This is doing too much. She said, Mama, no, it's New York. Like, so in her mind, she's like, we're going to New York. Like, we got to be,
She thought she was going to the
be
Met
cute.
Ball.
That's what, exactly, right? So it's just really exciting to be there. I'm so excited.
You are like, I was thinking about this on the way here. You are like the poster girl for getting it right.
Aw.
Like, it's in the category that a lot of women struggle in, which is choosing a partner, building a family, going through some things in that department, and then making the pivots and just finding love the way you have, and building this family it's a success story. It really is. Do you feel like that?
Thank you. I feel so blessed. I feel like, when I let go and let God do his work, great things happen. And to be honest, listen, every day's not a perfect day. I don't get everything right. But I can't lie. I do wake up and I feel incredibly blessed. Like, we say, Russ and I always talk about how much of a joy it is to do life together. And one of my songs that's on my new project, the CC album, I said, one of the truest things I ever, that I do is waking up to you. Like one of the truest things in my life. And it's real. So I do feel really blessed. Like God is doing his work. He's been doing his work. And I think he just tells me, just let him keep doing his work. Because it's really all him. So,
Really?
yeah, 100%.
Is there nothing you are contributing and Russ is contributing?
I'm stepping in. We stepping in now. We stepping into like God's light. We're doing this through him. He's doing it through us. Like we always talked about in the beginning, being equally yoked. And there's something that I think is really important when you're picking your soulmate, your life mate, your life partner, right? It's like you want to be equally yoked, right? And that's spiritually, that's mentally. How do you view life? How does a person see life spiritually? Are you guys aligned in that way? Like all those things matter because it's half the battle. Like this is what I've learned in my life, right? We complicate things sometimes as women because we try to like do all the work, and that's why I say I let go and let God. But we try to complicate things like let's be real about what's on the other side in both ways for the male and female. Do we align in most categories? Or do we align in half? Or do we align in only a quarter? If the less the alignment, the more complicated things will be. But when you're aligned spiritually and mentally, then it's like that's more than half the battle.
Did you land on the alignment, or did you choose initially the alignment? You know what I'm saying? Were you surprised and blessed by this alignment, or did you
both.
choose?
Both, because it was like, all right, Cece, what we doing? right? Like, what we doing, right? So
that is the conversation to have with
yeah,
yourself.
you gotta, like, when you keep doing the same thing over and over, they say it's a form of insanity.
Yeah.
I keep doing the same thing, and I'm hoping for different results. I'm not doing something right here. Like, I'm not perfect either,
Yeah.
but it's that perspective, right? We have to sometimes pause, look in the mirror, and, like, let's dissect a little bit. Like, let's break it down. Let's be honest with ourselves a little bit. Like, let's be clear with ourselves. Like, clarity is everything.
For
So I
sure.
do believe that when you go through things, like, the quicker you can embrace the tough times and the not so pretty moments, I do believe the quicker we bounce back, the quicker we propel ourselves into the right direction, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's all of that. And I do think, it's like manifestation. Like, there's life and death in the tongue. It says in the Bible. So I always say, when you speak, you have a chance to tell your life story. So when you speak, say great things. So what do you want your life to be? Like, I ask my friends, I'm like, what, they'd be like, I want to be married. I wanted to, but I'm like, what does he look like to you? Like, do you even know
You
what
want
he
the
looks
whole thing. You want the whole manifestation.
Right.
Yeah,
What does
yeah.
he talk like? How does he love? Like, we don't ask ourselves this stuff sometimes. We just look at, like, the surface level. He cute. He got, he's doing his thing. But like, what does that mean? Like, and it's not to say a person's not a good person, but they may not be right for you. So I think we have to create clarity, be very intentional about, what you want for your life.
That's great advice.
Manifestation is, I'm telling you guys,
No.
I'm not lying to you. My life story, I can almost cry saying this, has been the power of manifestation. Like, everything in my life significant, good or bad, has been the power of what I've said in my tongue, like what I've spoken life into.
What is just because I know, imagine a woman sitting at home doesn't even realize something that she's saying out loud.
Yes.
That's not, it's
It's
not
not
the right
it.
thing. What is something that you said, that you used to say to yourself, that you stopped saying to yourself?
Oh, that's a good question that I stopped saying.
Something that you had to learn, like, because if you're manifesting, if you got something right, like,
I think the greatest thing, I can't remember a specific moment. It may come to me, but it's more so the language of saying I can't. Like, oh, that won't happen. Like, oh, I can't. Like, it's like, wait a minute. Like, when I'm saying that, I'm actually saying it can't, and it won't. Right? So it's like, no. So I've had to work on correcting myself to almost where I pretty much won't say a negative thing. Like, meaning I will never say I can't, I won't. I will never say it, because I know that there's power in that.
Wow, yeah.
So I've trained myself to live life that way. Like, even sometimes you can catch yourself, this is so simple, but you can catch yourself, like, kind of gossiping, like talked about in the Bible, and that's what you do, gossiping. But sometimes the tea be the tea, the juice be the juice. So you want to, like, kiki about all of
Let
it, but
me
it's
find
like,
out.
but you're like, wait a minute. But what am I putting in the universe?
Yeah.
Right? For
Yeah,
me.
yeah. What is
like,
this energy I'm creating? Yes.
right? So, like, when we
stop yourself?
understand, I stop myself, because I'm like, I might be blocking my blessings by being like this. Like, I'm just being real. I'm being honest.
Do you get afraid to, like, do anything to, like?
I do.
Yeah.
I'm very conscious. Again, I'm not perfect, but I am very mindful of, like, again, the energy you put out. And I'm honestly, Angie, I'm obsessed with joy. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
joy.
lie.
You
I
seem
love
like you're in your joy.
joy.
That's the era you're in right now.
Oh
you're
my
in
gosh,
your joy era.
that's like literally the subtitle to every chapter of my life. So I live my life in chapters sometimes. So I say, like, okay, so joy is like the underlying theme. Like, we have to be in a joyful state as
All the
much
time.
as possible.
Yes.
Okay, all the time is the goal, right?
Right.
But we have to, like, I love laughing. I'm from the South. I'm that girl that, how I came up in Atlanta, we have fun by sitting on the porch just laughing. We have fun by being in the backyard just dancing, making Brunswick stew in the pot. And I'm like, look at little CC go. And I'm about to just getting. My mom be dropping it low. My dad be up here doing his little, like, that's how I came up.
That's joy for you.
That's joy for me. And it's with my friends and people that I love. I have a very silly bunch of friends. And so I'm just like, I get high off of joy.
Ooh,
So, like,
I
that's
love
one
that
of my
for
greatest.
you.
Yeah, but I would say, this is also, I say, this is a season of gratitude for me. So with my album, the CC album, which now the new
can't
date.
wait to hear
yes,
it.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
The new date is August 22nd.
Okay.
Started as an EP, and I'm actually continuing to put the rest of the project out because it's just been a journey. It's been 5 years labor of love, and I'm going to give my fans the rest. I'm sitting on this music. I cannot like sit on it any longer. Like why? I just can't. Like I want to tell my fans, thank you. Like this is the attitude is gratitude for me because it's 21 years since my first album, Goodies, came out.
Wow.
And to be sitting here talking to you.
I remember
and
talking to
like,
you since Goodies.
What? Like
yes.
how a blessing
oh my
to
gosh.
be doing this.
Yes.
Like how can I not have gratitude and the people that have lifted me up along the way? I mean, even talking to people like you've been an incredible supporter to me over the years, but platforms like this, but my fans, like, I am so grateful. So like that's a chapter for me. It's gratitude, and then there's joy. That's a subtitle. Like, you
That's
know?
so good.
Yeah.
We should all aspire to
That
be in
frequency.
that space. That's a great frequency.
Yeah.
You have to go into my in real life bowl.
Okay.
Because everybody has today.
In real life,
Let's pick a question. Let's get it in real life.
Okay, here we go. What's one item on your bucket list that you want to check off next? Manifestation is real, right?
It is. Put it out there. What is it? Say it out loud.
I'm trying to have a couple of extra zeros in my bank account. You know what I'm saying?
You trying to hit that B?
Trying to be that Billy, baby. Yeah, no, that'd be amazing. I mean, listen, let me tell you. So I want to be mindful of why I say things, okay? Listen, do we all want to be able to do what we want to do when we want to do it, how we want to do it? Of
course.
Without a doubt. But I want to keep impacting. Like my greatest goal is I want to have so much that I can give so much. So like I'm on a mission to impact. Like that is a really important part of my legacy. And I swear to you, I've been on camera several times where I've said, this is what I'm going to do. And I did it. First album, my first song, Goodies, came out. I was on the camera at my graduation. They said, so Ciara, where do you see yourself a year from now? I was like, I see myself having no one song on a billboard chart. And it happened. Okay, so I'm going to keep believing in that.
You
That's what
are
I'm
the
trying to
queen
do.
of manifestation.
Come on, baby.
Okay,
Why
so
not?
then in that spirit,
Yes.
in 5 years.
Yeah.
see,
5 years.
I know that's a bucket list thing, but
Yes.
in 5 years, what does your life look like?
Oh my gosh. Well, y'all know how Russ be talking. It's probably definitely gonna be another little baby, a Cinco gonna be in the building in 5 years. My husband, I swear. I definitely think we probably will have another one. I think that a few of my businesses, I have my rum, 10-to-1 rum, probably the fastest growing and most awarded rum. I hope that business will have taken off all the way. I think that I would have done maybe 2 tours by then. That would be fun. I don't know. If I can do the age meter. I don't want to say how old I'm going to be.
Everybody knows your age. They could Google it. They could Google it. And by the way, who cares?
I know,
You have
but
a-
it's like a psychological thing.
Is
like
it really?
the
Do you have
fact
an
that
age
I'm
thing?
Going to
You
not,
can't possibly. You look phenomenal.
First
you
of all-
you could do I don't know, acrobats from the ceiling and the chair and the fan,
You are so sweet.
and you should have no issue with
Let
age.
me tell you something. Here's the deal. It's a psychological thing for
Yeah.
me because I do like that I'm still in my 30s bucket. I can't even say the next number. I can't
Really?
even say it now. I'm struggling. I'm not gonna lie, I'm struggling with that.
Wow, I'm so
I
surprised.
say 4-0. I don't say
You better get comfortable before it happens. What do you think's gonna happen to you all of a sudden?
well,
what?
I'm not like thinking all of a sudden I'm just gonna become. I will say this. So I feel like the older I get, the better I get. But I know people got to feel me out here that's watching this. It is just
No,
trippy.
I mean it's also like. It's just like a reminder of our mortality. Also saying goodbye to different versions of ourselves. It's
Oh
all
my
that stuff that comes
gosh.
into it. I do understand that. But you are
So,
also,
yeah.
you might be saying goodbye to things, but you're also saying hello.
to new things.
Come on now.
Well, you know we gonna be doing it, so
You're going to have to say hello to that bee and then, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Okay, wait. Russ was reading this story. Gosh, I wish I could remember his name, but the guy who started KFC, 65 years old when he started KFC.
Oh, you know, Martha Stewart didn't start her business, her billion dollar business till 50.
That's what I'm saying.
So you're
So
okay.
we're gonna be out. We just gonna keep on stepping in. We're gonna be walking in faith.
I love that for you.
45 years old. I'm gonna be younger than ever in just spiritually, mentally. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hopefully be on top of my fitness. All those good things.
What is, oh, I like that question. before you go, we have like in real life questions. Can I do these real fast?
Of course,
Couple of
I
them?
love being with you. I could just talk all day with her.
I know. It's like I hate
It's
that
the best.
but we're here at BET. It's a
Because
moment.
we'll do more.
Yeah, you
for the
have to
album.
come really
I'll
do
come,
the
I'll see
podcast
you.
for the
In
album.
New York.
Yes.
Come on, like,
Come
you know,
on,
we
we're
gotta
gonna be
do.
there. We're
We
gonna
have to like
eat.
hit the street. That's what,
We're gonna
that's
hit
what I'm
the-
saying.
we're gonna
See
hit
what I'm
the
saying?
streets.
Bam.
If you got a text message from God in real life,
Ooh.
what would it say?
Oh my gosh. He would say, good job, servant. Well done. I'm pleased.
Why is his voice like that? Is that God's voice? Is that how, in your
You
mind?
know, I can't go as bassy as I think God's voice is. No, but
You
honestly,
imagine it bassy?
I will listen. Let me tell you. I hope he would say that to me. To be
Yeah.
honest, because that is the lines that we talk about in the Bible that you want him to say. Good job, servant. I'm pleased.
Mm-hmm.
Well done. I am pleased. But I would think he would tell me like, he would say, CC, you need to just keep on walking, like keep on letting me lead. And he would tell me, I got you. And he would say, there's going to be a lot more good things in store. Like, just trust me. I got you. I think he would just remind me to know that.
I'm sure that's inspiring too to a lot of women.
Yeah.
To see you walking that walk and to see you at this level of happiness and joy. For somebody who's not there yet, I think that's inspiring to know that it can,
Oh
you
my
can,
gosh.
you can get there.
You can totally get there. To whoever needs to know this, like, life is not going to always be perfect. It's not even perfect for me every day. I do think we can make life a little less complicated by the choices that we make and who we spend our life with, who we share our light with. That's important, right? Not everyone deserves to get a piece of your light, right? And so I just want to encourage every girl, to keep your faith in your journey. I always say you're not limited by your gender, nor the color of your skin. I think that's important. And life is what we make it. Life really does get better with time. I'm afraid to say the 4-0 just because, I'm just being technical.
Say it before you leave. Just say it. Say it and
I'll
feel
say
good.
it when I see you.
Say it and feel good.
Oh.
When I
Okay,
see
let
it-
me get there in 2 seconds. I'll say it.
Okay.
Because
When-
we're going to do that. We're going to speak life, right?
Yeah, and feel good. Let it
but
feel
I think the
good.
great thing is that life does get better. It can, and it will get better for
sure.
us, right? Like, can I ask you as a woman,
Yes.
right? And your growth and evolution, do you like where you are right now in your life, or how do you feel?
I do, but I'll tell you something that happens. The ebbs and flows never stop.
Yeah.
And also, like, I do feel good. I know who I am more
Yeah.
than I'm way less likely to do something that's
Stupid or crazy.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
because I know what I will tolerate.
know.
We know what we won't. That only gets better.
Yeah.
But you set new goals.
Yeah.
And then if you're doing something new and fresh and challenging yourself, which we
Yeah.
should always.
Yeah.
Then at every point, there's always you bump your head, you make mistakes.
Yeah.
So that continues to happen.
that don't stop.
Still
But we
happens
get more
for
wisdom,
me.
though,
Of
right?
course, that's the goal. We have
I
to.
do.
I mean, forever.
I do. I feel like the way that I love on myself and like take care of myself, and I like to get ready for date nights. Like, I just feel like
What do you do for that?
I like for date night. It depends on where we're going. Sorry. I had to
You
cough.
probably do the works.
But-
I know you do the works.
Well, let me tell you, I believe it or not, I am not good with doing my makeup like that. Like today, I did my makeup and it's just light. I just put like on some concealer stuff. I don't know. I can't do. It's weird, but I do my best. Okay, but I do try to get a little, put on concealer, get a little cute, my best way that I can. But it depends on where we're going. Like sometimes I'm tomboy CC. I'll put on my Uptowns and my, my jean. Jumper outfit, or if we're going out like more sexy, I might throw in some thigh-high boots. It just depends,
On the vibes.
right?
Mhm, but you put effort.
Yeah, put the effort in, right? It's that excitement. Like we always talk about, Russ and I talk about, he's actually the one that started this, is like the element of competing, always competing. Like we want to always compete. Like, because when you first meet each other, I say, when you're in love and married, you have to continually search for the beginning. So when we first met each other, you're like giddy, like little kids, like, and you don't want to lose that, right? Because now we're going on year 10 of being, where we are in year 10 of being together, year 9 of marriage. Next year's year 10. But like, okay, what does that mean? Like, how do we keep it exciting? How do we like keep it fresh, So that's a good challenge for me. I'm a cougar, so
Cool, girl.
Yeah.
So that you make
So
it,
I
you
gotta
make
keep
it fun,
it-
you make it work, you make it a
Yeah,
challenge.
you know,
put
like
effort.
Yeah,
and
you know.
purpose. Yeah, I get that.
Keep it young, but I
Yes.
think my point is what
Intention. I get it.
we were talking about.
It's like I can't help
We're
it.
going 2
It's turn
seconds.
on me.
We're almost finished. well, the thing for me is the greatest thing is that wisdom that we're talking about, right? I do feel like I'm in my best era, my best element is of me as I continue to get older. So when I turn 40,
You're gonna say that shit. You're gonna say it proud, and you're gonna feel sexy. You know what you do when you do say it out loud? Make sure you feel good. Like put on
You
when
know
you're
what?
feeling like you're baddest.
You know what I'm gonna do it
in that moment.
I'm
say
gonna
it.
do it when I turn it.
When you turn it.
Yeah, when I turn it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it
You
loud.
don't want to try it before just to make
No,
sure
'cause
when
I'm
you
not
turn
there
it, you
yet.
already did it. Like you said it.
No, I'm not there yet.
You're trying to hold on as long.
Yes.
You're gonna be as fly as you are today on
Ooh.
that day. Just so you know.
Let's get it.
Well, there it is. We can't wait for the album. I will see you then,
Thanks so much.
and we adore you.
Yeah, I love you. I'm so glad
Love
I
you
got to
back.
see you.
Yeah, me too.
And we'll get together in New York.
And Sunday,
Yes.
what's happening? I mean, on Monday.
Monday for the BT Awards.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm actually going to be presenting. There's a new artist. She's actually been out for a little bit. Her name is Raven Lee. I'm going to actually introduce her. And what's really cool is I just think about being a baby, you know, thinking about my first time performing on the BT Awards stage and thinking about how I get to just shine a light on those that are coming up. So I'm excited for that, and I'm going to watch the show.
That's amazing.
So it'll be a good time.
It's gonna be a great one.
Yeah.
Congrats on everything, Mama.
Thanks so much.
Cece in real life, everybody. Hey.
Hey. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Ciara, in real life.